Fear and Banning on the Internet as a Christian Writer, August 30th, 2019. I've been a writer on the internet since early 2008, and as such have seen plenty of change in the landscape of what can and can't be authored online. I surfed the web before trigger warnings and declarations, and tragically before NSFW labels on posts, way before blue check marks were ever mysteriously shadow banned, wielded by their outrage. But as of late, the ideologies that pilot the social networks the web became have been active, deplatforming people because of what they believe, the same way I would boot a porn channel if I ran the world. These sites are not only doing what they feel right to things they objectively own. The problem is that sites like YouTube don't make the content they promote and host the content. Google doesn't blog on Blogger. Bloggers do. And as the death grip of the left's staggering thought pattern chokes the social out of these media companies, I feel like any step in defiance will have me blocked, banned, or worse, deplatformed. The freedom of the internet is now tangled with a snake of compromise. We can post whatever we want, so long as we do it to fit inside the community guidelines and political affiliations of who builds the servers and keeps the lights on in Silicon Valley. To boldly host my own site on my own server so these measures can't be used means more hardware than most writers can afford. And to rank on Google on an opposing platform of my own would mean means to an unreachable end. But maybe that's the point. Persecution never works. It only breeds martyrs and sympathy. And right now, alongside Orthodox believers who are Orthodox biologists, lawyers, politicians, and teachers, people are willing to stand or be shot, and at the very least be blocked and banned. Ages before these internet debacles, a man took sites on an opposing empire that was ideologically driven as well. One that viewed sex and drugs and communication standards drastically different than the missionary. But Paul staked a claim on Rome and brought Christianity to the world. Maybe not at first, but by his courage and conviction, evidently last. I don't want to be afraid to post an article about binary gender or theology all the same, but I have convictions alongside your website's ideologies. But having convictions alongside your website's ideologies means at least entertaining those jitters before the plunge. And still, I think a lot about articles and book ideas that I know will get banned and removed from sites I use to spread my attempts at spreading the gospel. To let that fear decide when my pen writes and when my keyboard types is cowardice. And the scriptures have little to say pleasantly of cowards. So here goes, to Rome or bust.